As I set out to make one of my final journeys to the university, I've started thinking about how the things I've learned during my time at the U of R have reached so much further than the constraints of the walls of the building. Even though I've used this building as the center point of my learning for the past 4 years, the things I've learned and the tools I have for the future will reach far beyond the physical representation of this school where my classes took place. This idea is something that can be translated to be very true for our ECMP 355 class as well. The majority of the things I am taking away from the class have little to do with the actual content that was covered during class time. I mean this as no insult to the course content, because it provided a kickoff point for the discussions and interactions that I had with my classmates and led to me discovering and defining my own ideas about the role of technology in my teaching. If this class was just about finding out about resources like Padlet, Google Docs, and Twitter, then we could have been given a resource list on the first day and called it quits. But it was actually about so much more than that. Instead of just learning how to use Twitter, I found value in discussing with peers and experts about how Twitter is going to benefit our students in their work in the classroom and in their futures. I mean, just look around. So many pieces of the IRL world are connected to life online, and it's only going to increase as our students grow up. Another thing this course really made me think about was how the people you're interacting with online are, in fact, real people. The connections that are made online are just as valid as the connections people are making every day with each other at places like a university. Behind every person you interact with online, there's a real person sharing their thoughts and opinions with you. Why not utilize this to its full potential? There's a vast wealth of knowledge out there, and if you only interact with the opinions of the people who are physically located close to you, so many opportunities for new learning and collaboration are missed. Through talking with so many guest speakers in our Blackboard sessions, my mentor, and my peers who were learning along with me, I made so many great connections and hope to continue to find even more in my future. This course also allowed me to examine myself and my online identity. It was so refreshing to finally hear that being active online and having your face show up when you Google your name can be a good thing. In the past, it was so frustrating to constantly hear that I needed to hide everything personal about me and basically pretend that I don't exist online. And what for? To convince my future students that I'm not a person outside of the classroom? That social media is something to be afraid of? I think I'm a fairly good person overall. Why wouldn't my online footprint reflect that? The encouragement to not only keep your online identity, but develop it even more into something to share with pride was very exciting and reassuring for me. By using programs like About Me, the network of social media that I have created for myself can be showcased and used as a way to share who I am with the rest of the world. I think the greatest thing that can be taken away from this course is the need to keep yourself informed about the evolving technology that is out there. The truth is that many of the programs and websites that we used in class could be irrelevant in 5, 10, 15 years. New technology will take its place, and there will be even more opportunities out there to use technology in our classrooms. I think the real benefit of this class was to get our toes wet, to give us the tools we need to continue to learn and stay current with the opportunities that are out there for technology use in our classrooms. This class isn't something like math or science, where the general ideas you learn will be constant throughout your entire life. You can't just study the facts and repeat them back to prove that you understand. The real test will be in how we adapt to technology in the future and keep the ideals we talked about during this course in mind when we're teaching. And I, for one, am grateful that I had the opportunity to be a part of a class that encourages its students to be lifelong learners, just like I want to encourage my students in the future. It feels surreal that my time in these buildings has come to an end. It feels like I'll be walking away from so many experiences, so many discoveries about myself and my own opinions and beliefs. But the learning doesn't stop here. Now it's up to me to continue my learning outside of the structure of the school. Now that I'm armored with a set of tools I've collected along the way, an army of brave teachers, both new and old, by my side, and the excitement of new beginnings lighting a fire inside of me, I think I'm finally ready to venture out into the real world and give this whole teaching thing a shot.